podcast. Period. Period.
Hey y'all, it's Donnie, and you are now listening to the Juicy Dreams podcast. Listen, so I got my shit circulating properly how I supposed to go today, cause I don't know, baby. So I'm excited for this episode. The weather is breaking. It's starting to get nice outside. We getting a little bit of rain, no snow. Um, I'm excited to get back outside, but I got a lot of topics too. I got all my stuff set up here. My microphone super close to my face because I'm like mic check 1 2 1 2. Like we in a new space, and I just start doing shit. Like I don't even know like if it was hitting or not. Like we gotta make sure this shit certified like official tissue. Okay, so let me get my checklist up. Okay. The first thing I want to talk about, I want to get all the way into the nitty gritty, right? It's this EJ situation. Hmm. So, first, let me play the part that everybody is super upset about. Um, I think that if I play this part, then everybody will understand like where I'm coming from when I get to my point. But I want to start with what has been digested. You understand? So let's get into part of this EJ Johnson and Carlos King interview. Shout out to Carlos King, he's so handsome. But let's play it. Hold on. I can't put it like full. Let me see.
Wrong with that. Like I never found to be honest, like I never saw anything wrong with that. Like I never found wrong with anything that I did. Like even when I was a kid and like they were like, well, you can't wear skirts, and I was like, well, why not? You know, it's like my inner being was like, there's nothing wrong with this, especially if I look cuter than any girl does. Like, what's the problem? Like, what's the issue? And that's exactly how I apply it to myself to these days in the way that I present, like in my, you know, in my feminine regalia. You know, I've always been a feminine being, and like that's just like how I, you know, I best express myself. But I'm like, listen, I'm out all the time, you know, and like I'm killing a dress, and no one else is. Like the girls in the room are not doing it. Like they don't look cute. They're not dressed to any nines. So, you know.
I think I can stop it. Well, that's all the clip was anyway. But I want to stop it there. Let me go back full screen for a second. I think what's really messy about it is that it was like the I always knew I was feminine and I got this regalia and you know when I step in the room the girls ain't wearing it like me. You lost me there a little bit because with the whole nepotism thing and being super rich, being the son of Magic Johnson and like just living this upper echelon lifestyle, it also gives that taste of when we talk to celebrities about certain things and they always respond with y'all broke. So it gave that for one, which EJ, why did you say it like that? And then for two, it also gave you think that you're a woman or you think that you're competing with women when you're not even a trans woman. So like it just added so much fuel to everyone's fire to come and gun for you and bust their gun at you like, what are you talking about? You sound so stupid, you sound so crazy. But let me land my plane where I feel as though I kind of understand where EJ is coming from an extent of being a feminine gay man, and I just feel like I can give you guys a little bit more insight than anybody who I've been able to watch speak on the topic. I watched Armand speak on it, but he's a masculine presenting gay man, so he understands, but he has not lived it. And T.S. Madison spoke on it, but she's a trans woman, so it's like, you know, you are a woman. You don't fully understand what it's like to be in those crosshairs, that gender non-conforming, non-binary space. And I feel like for me, what it always has been is that all I want to do is just be pretty and put my shit on. It makes me kind of uncomfortable when people ask me, you know, do you want to go by she or he or what do you feel comfortable with? Because it kind of just it feels like it puts it on me for me to have to tell somebody how they should feel about what I got going on. I got what I got going on, baby. You feel about it how you feel about it. And when it comes to the topic of men and who's attracted to me, these men are not running around here saying they're gay, because if that was the case, I would be somewhere in a relationship, you know, off of the border or the border, ocean breeze, palm trees, back shots on the balcony. Like, the issue is more so the DL man, because he wants to be over here, I guess, for fun, but then he wants to go over to a woman and start his family. So it's like it's not that they're straight, but it's that you'll never know unless I put my life on the line, or I start being messy and I start exposing niggas and start just doing all this. It's starting in the cookie crumble. That's when everybody would. But then it's just like it goes to throw a shade of like, oh, so you saying? Let me play the other clip. I want to play the other clip, but it goes to say like, oh, you throw a shade of like, EJ is a subpar because EJ is dealing with this type of man. I feel like that's just how the cookie crumbles. Like, I don't feel any lesser of myself because the men that are attracted to me are not living in their truth. I am. I can't make a nigga do anything. I can't make like, let me paint a picture because I feel like I'm saying it and it's kind of like it feels kind of like I'm being vague or like I don't want to talk on it. No, we could really get into it. So, damn, like I just don't want to. Okay, so boom, I'm dealing with a DL nigga, but the gotcha getcha is that he's selling it to me like it's no big deal. Like, we outside, we kicking it, we here and we there, but I never get the commitment, I never get the consistency, I never get this, that, and the third. And it's always this weird thing where I'm not meeting friends, I'm not meeting family, I'm not getting connected. If that's the case, it's like, what am I supposed to do? Does that make me, and that's the thing, like, does that make me the bad guy if when I speak on the man, I don't call him DL, I call him straight? Like, what do we want? Because it gets down to small little petty shit. At the end of the day, it's just like, his identity is not, he's not openly really gay with the shit. It's given he want to do what he got to do to make me feel comfortable in the given time or in the given moment. But that's the same thing that he would do with a woman. But I feel like his identity is straight. He's not out here clockable. Nobody would be able to know. Like, nobody would know unless you've seen us together. Like, and that's the thing that I feel like people are not getting. Stop getting on EJ's back and get on the DL niggas back. Why are you mad at EJ? Why are you mad at the bitch like me? Now, granted, EJ did say some shit that I don't agree with. With the whole, I was the baddest one in the room with the dress on, and then the women in the room wasn't wearing it like me. I don't agree with that, okay? But I think what's going over everybody's head is the part that y'all dragging EJ and not trying to figure out who these men is that are straight men. That's with EJ. Like, if you feel like I'm so gay and you feel like I'm not a woman, which I'm not a woman. But if you feel like you want to make that separation, shouldn't the separation be within the men that we dealing with? Or is like, because you already know who I am, right? I'm not the one that's hot, and I'm not the one that you need to be protecting and holding and hiding everything from. I'm coming from straight how it is, what it is in the real. So I think it's just frustrating to see everybody get stuck on some of the parts that he said and not kind of get anything from the interview. And then I guess I kind of got to blame EJ for that, because if you're going to get up there and you're going to represent for a community that's so small, few, and in between, like myself, you're going to have to get up there and really say some real shit. Like, I really don't like the way he worded that shit. But I'm not going to dogpile on him, because what's been bothering me more is the fact that the whole point got missed. Listen, I can't hang around the Armands and I can't hang around the Ray Montes and Noops and all of them, because I'm more of a Santana set, babe. And so I don't fit these girls' niche. When I go to get me a man, it's not these niggas. It's not them. It's a separate set. It's another set that's somewhere trying to play a heterosexual normative. It's another set somewhere with a nigga with 2 kids, a baby mom, some shit like that. It's giving that. And I just wish that people will understand that, baby, I'm not the enemy, and I'm also not the competition. Because the nigga gonna do what he want to do at the end of the day. I don't have no control over that. Just like I can't make no nigga come out the closet, I can't make no nigga stay over here. Come over here. Get over. It is what it's giving. It's a natural mother. It's a very natural effect around this bitch. The shit's organic. So it's just like, no, it's not a better than women thing, but it's a very much my space is present and I hold it, and I don't want for people to continue to have this narrative that because we in the crosshairs that we don't hold a space. Cause I feel like that sometimes. And I'm really must feel away because I'm getting deep into this topic, but it's more so like I watch even Sexy Lexi, and her podcast is more about like just trans women, and they all come and talk about their experience. And when I've heard trans women speak about gender nonconforming people, it's always kind of like a slight to us, like, oh, you don't know what you want to be, like, oh, you not really fully to commit to transitioning, but you don't want to be a boy. And I do kind of feel like that though. But at the same time, I think there's space for that, and I think that is what I got going on is organic. If I wanted to transition, I would do so, and if I wanted to be more masculine presenting, I would do so. So where I'm at is very much organic and genuine to who I am, and I feel like there should be space held for that. I shouldn't have to feel like I got to take a backseat to nobody, whether it be a woman, a gay boy, a trans woman. Like, why in the fuck? Why are we still here? If it's 20, why are we here? So I think the EJ conversation just triggered me a little bit more, and I want to play the clip about him talking about the I deal with straight men or gay men not attracted to me because I feel the same. Like I don't feel this part of the interview is where I really really can say he was spitting that shit. That other shit I can't subscribe to, but this part about the community. In the community, if you're not in the gay community, you wouldn't know anything about no fats, no femmes. You wouldn't know shit like that. So you just looking at everybody that's gay and everybody that's trans and you just putting it all in the motherfucking bucket. You don't know. People don't know. They listening to this interview and they just are disgusted because they don't even have the general basis of where he's coming from. Yeah, straight people have their own thing. And then you have gay people that feel like they fit into these spaces a little bit because they play into the hetero norms. So, excuse me, I'm a girl. Like, for real, when I pop out, I'm cute. I got my lashes on. I might got some small little shit on, a little heel, a little boot. Something very suave. So I feel like I go and party with my girlfriends, and I'm just one of the girls in those nights. And if I was to go party with a group of gay boys, I feel like it would be more like a muscle set, the tight, wet tank top tees and the muscles and the small biker shorts and like just a different type of muscle gym set, sexy body, tall. The type of niggas that the type that we like. No shade. Even if they gay, even women be saying all the time, the gay ones be fire. They do. They be pressure. But that's not my set. Those type of boys are not thinking about me. They're more so be like, yeah, you my girl. Like, I'm not gonna let nobody play with you. I got your back while we out this night or whatever. Or, just kick it with me vibe. But it's not a sexual attraction. Right? So I think that's really where, it gets sticky. Because for somebody like me, it's like the guys that are attracted to me are either DL, not living in their truth, gay, but more so like attracted to something about me, but not really the aesthetic because they want something more masculine, or like a pansexual set where it's like, oh, I fuck with you, but I fuck with everybody. I fuck with you because, I like you as a person. So I've experienced all of that, but I truly don't feel as though the majority is spread out evenly. I feel like it's majority DL men. It's majority of men that will want to fuck with me and take it to their grave. Want to fuck with me, keep it a secret. Want to fuck with me, have me on the side. I'm the boyfriend, she the girlfriend. I'm the boyfriend, she the wife. And I feel like y'all should have more empathy for me. Instead of trying to paint me as the villain and stuff like that, I'm not out here running around talking about, gotcha, nigga. I'm out here trying to get my own, bitch. Can I get a little bit of, can I get something, bitch? Like, please. And I just feel jaded that this is the representation for for what's going on right now. But I'm gonna play the clip because I keep going on, and I'm just so I feel like it's because it's a personal thing for me. The shit done struck a nerve, and I'm just very like, what the fuck? I want to provide clarity. I want to make it organic because I don't think y'all really are getting it. I think that he put something on the table, and I think that y'all grabbed some of it and took what y'all wanted and left the rest of that shit right there. I want to give you the rest of the shit that y'all not listening to, right? Right. Let's get into it.
You know, you and your sister liking the same guy.
Honestly, that is ultimately what got the show picked up.
Mm.
But also, in terms of the gender and sexualities and stuff like that, it was very important because that happens.
Mm.
You can I don't attract gay men, and I'm not attracted to gay men. Like, it's just not a thing.
Well, let me pause. I am. I am, but that's neither here nor there. The point is, I get what EJ is saying about them not being attracted to gender non-conforming. Like, I've had so many boys be like, I don't like femmes. And that's fine. Everybody has a right to their preference, but I feel as though I get where EJ is coming from because it's giving like a set of I want a boy. Like boys want boys. Boys want we look alike. We go to the gym together. We look like bros. Whatever it is in their mind, I don't know because I want like a princess in a frog tee. I want Princess Tiana type of vibe. I want Cinderella, Cinderella. So with that being said, it's like I can't really compare what a gay man wants. I feel like that would be a beautiful conversation to have to ask a gay man what he wants out of a relationship because I feel like I'm a gay man but I'm gender non-conforming. I'm very much in that crosshairs. Like I'm like if trans didn't make it. You get what I'm trying to say? Like it's very much in between. That's why it's like I feel so slighted because it's kind of like how we all a community but there's this space for me where I just can't get none. I'm confused because it makes it to where the trans feel like, babe, you're not trans, you're a gay man, and then the gay men feel like, babe, you a gay man, but you a girl. So what is it? It's like people feel forced to have to choose, and I don't. But I also feel like it's easy to clock that T. We not like no. This set right here that I got going on is the set where it's given very much a Mr. Clifford set. Who else? Like it's such so many people that have given this type of gender non-conforming type of set, but like people just don't highlight them. They always played it back. They always forgotten. Like it's time, babe, to stop trying to make people have to choose between being a butch queen and being a femme queen. There needs to be a new gender and a new not gender a new category in between where the girls could just float freely because I don't want to have to get up every day and tuck my tuck and push my things up and do a full face of makeup so that I can give soft and cunt. You heard what I said, cunt. I don't want to have to give that, right? But at the same time, all my friends, let them tell it. I give cunt anyway. Let them tell it. I don't know. However, I don't want to just be butch neither and go get this strong six pack muscle build. So, all I could do is be me. And I just feel like in that space, there's not a lot of understanding or still not a lot of representation for us. You could look at RuPaul's Drag Race, but then even if you look at that, half of them transitioning. Child, let me play the rest of this clip because I'm gonna go on about this all night, and I got so many more topics this episode overdue.
Tell me more about that. I think like if you ask any of the girls, like they'll tell you the same. And I think they're just labels. That's why like I don't care what like I'm dating someone. I'm like I don't care what you identify as or what you call yourself, as long as you're happy being who you are. But no, to be honest, it's like that's why I don't really I don't go to gay clubs. I don't go to gay things because it's like the men that I attract are not there, and also like they're like they kind of like wave you off. You're just like oh that hey girl like it's not you're not in here like the rest of us are. It's always but it's I never really understood it until now, because before, when I would go and I just was like, there's something about this room. It's like, it's almost like they don't want me here. Like, I'm not really in it here because I'm not presenting as a man. I'm not presenting in that way.
And to be clear, the gay community room.
Yeah.
Your own community. Yeah.
But it's not like a shameful thing, or just like, oh, they're mean to me. But it's like, these are not my men in terms of attraction. Now, if I'm just going to have a kiki.
But that's basically what I just said. Like, I have a few gay friends. I don't have a lot. Maybe that says something about me. I don't know. But you know, the ones that I do have, they not feminine, bad. You know, they masculine presenting. So I think what a general consensus is amongst the gay population is that we want boys and boys like boys. I think it's so much easier to understand when it's like girls. And I think studs even get more play. Well, don't let me lie. I feel like I get play, but I think studs get more um, serious gestures, serious proposals than femboys or non-binary, gender non-conforming. Because when you in that cross space on the male side, it's kind of like a man has to, you know, authentically be gay, bisexual, pansexual, whatever, you know, other than straight, so that he can be authentic about it. But then he also kind of has to, you know, still have that masculine thing about him because that's just who he is. So I feel like it's hard to, I don't know, like, it's really, really hard to dissect, especially like when you try to compile experiences of your life and things that you've been through. Like, I don't really know. Like, and that's why I said the DL Whisperer was a scammer, because there's just no one way to find like who these guys. Oh, let me put it full screen. There's just no one way to find who these guys are that are attracted to femboys, trans. They don't have a look. I mean, I would love to sit up here and say they have a look, but that's probably just my type. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, that's probably just the ones I went for. That's probably just the ones that I had a connection with. So I'm not going to sit up here and try to generalize this shit. It's just really, truly the like, people are on the spectrum. I think it's easier for girls to understand it when it's girls, but then when it comes to boys, it's like, that nigga gay, that nigga bi, that nigga whatever, and you put a title on him and don't get it. Then y'all be a little confused on that side. Like, y'all might did some shit, might have fucked around and still call yourself straight. The same shit a DL nigga be doing. Bottom line is, some people want to live in their truth and some people want their business to be their business. And I don't think that people like me and EJ need to keep getting dragged on the internet behind motherfuckers not living in their truth, period. Now, I'm going to move on to the next topic because it's been... bitch, I didn't talk about that for an half an hour. Bitch, I was mad. I was in my feelings. Obviously. But no, truth of the matter is, I just don't think that shit played out how I wanted it to. And a lot of the content that I seen based around it was negative, and I was just like, "Oh, y'all didn't get any enlightenment. Y'all felt hit. It turned into something else. I don't like that, right?" But now we're gonna move into Mama Tina and this gumbo.
Yeah.
First of all, I don't have nothing against like Mama Tina. I personally feel like, you know, that's Beyonce mama. But when it come down to this compilation of the people eating this gumbo, we're not gonna be able to play too many games. We not.
And they added some, you know, the seasoning for noodles. That's what it tastes like, the noodle juice. Oh Lord.
Yeah.
All right, I gotta go.
It stink. It smell like burnt fish stuff. Like burnt fish stuff with gravy.
My two brother smell
That lady said, I'm gonna leave that shit for the dogs. A 5. Okay, well, it's time for me to talk about it. The health department ran around there and shut that shit down. Child, Nikki wasn't lying when she said, say no to vape. Because I'm choking on that vape. I'm done. Anyway, they shut it down. The gumbo was, not only was they saying it was nasty, the people was getting sick.
Yeah.
What was she doing to it? Then people were speculating about the time that she said that it took to cook it. 16 hours, and they was like, it don't take no 16 hours to make no gumbo. Listen, gumbo not my specialty. I'm not about to sit up here and tell y'all what was right, what was wrong, but they shut that shit down. So the health the health department said what the fuck they said. Now, do I need to talk about it any further? Like, because a lot of people was being messy. A lot of bitches was saying it was some voodoo on that motherfucker. Alright, I'm done. I'm done. Because I'm over here coughing. I'm going to take that as a sign right there. So move on to the next topic because it's really not that deep for me. But I just wanted to let y'all know that she was selling gumbo at the rodeo. People started getting sick. They reported the shit. The health department came. No more gumbo, bitch. The gumbo is done. So now, yeah. Now I want to talk about, and don't mind me because yes, it is, look, bitch, okay? So, Jess Hilarious had got into it with Neon because he had got caught, with a compilation of him saying all of these different racist things. Now, I want to play the clip, but I want to make sure that I don't play the portion of the clip where he is saying all of this racist stuff. Not only because I don't want to trigger y'all, but because I don't want my video to have to suffer. Because he wants to be nasty. You're like, why you want to be nasty?
Yeah.
And then my whole thing is this. We gotta do better as a community because we sit around people like this and then just sit up there and then say this type of shit and then we don't never check them. So as much as I feel like I have a little like thing for Jess because like every time I turn around she doing some shit I don't like or like she's saying some shit I don't like, this particular time she stood on business. Amen. And I have to say thank you for standing on business because I evidently nobody else on that show or that platform felt as though it was necessary to stand on business. So even if I don't like Jess Hilarious or feel as though Jess Hilarious have slighted me through comments she have made or whatever, I'm glad that she got up there and addressed this specific issue because the thing about it is how he even get on the Breakfast Club if this is his sentiments and this is how he feel. We just let anybody into the cookout. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is try to play it, but try to also skip through the parts that might cause me any fucking stress around this
not by
badge.
your parents and not by none of your peers.
Okay.
So a lot of y'all are still waiting for me to apologize to this little motherfucker, and it ain't gonna happen.
Okay. No. Oh, no. See, no. So everything I just skipped through, that was him being racist. And I don't need to say allegedly, baby, because if you type in the caption of this video, you can pull it up for your damn self on x.com. I ain't got time for the bullshit. This is certified, verified. Okay, baby, come on.
Your videos in New York, you heavy securityed up.
Oh, yeah, for sure. That was the actual real situation.
You were only robbed by black people?
No.
See, the tune switches when you're in front of black people that you don't know. So you don't have a least favorite race?
No.
Okay.
You know why they asking you that like that? Because the video gave that black people
He
were
knows
your
where I'm
favorite
at. He knows where I'm
I
at.
know what the video said.
So pay attention to his mannerisms. There is nothing else in the can, Neon. He was finished that shit earlier. But he had never watched his own content with a group of monkeys before. So his ass was nervous. Put the can down, dummy.
No, cell phone store.
Cell phone store.
Yeah.
Okay.
So black people are your least favorite race?
No.
Were they ever?
No.
Okay.
I love everyone. I'm all about the people.
How old were you in that video?
Like 18?
18 probably.
Damn, 2 years ago.
It feels like so much longer. Like before then, I didn't like go deal with anything. I didn't go through anything at all.
Your life was nice for you not to have to go through shit.
My parents, they came here with nothing. They worked really hard and they gave me like whatever I wanted in life. I'm not gonna lie and say like, you know, I had like a tough upbringing or anything. You know, my parents.
Oh, yeah, we know that. We know.
We can tell.
First of all, you little fraggle man. Struggle story. So I wasn't talking about whether you grew up rich or poor or in the hood or in the suburbs or not. I was talking about the fact that I know you ain't never had your ass whooped. Not by your parents and not by none of your peers. You ain't never been in a school fight. You ain't never been chased down the street. You ain't never had to suffer no consequences for some shit you done said. Cause your little lonely ass sits in the house and talk to a computer all day. That's why your chat are your friends.
You know, I'm never going to judge a young person for what they did when they were younger. You know?
Appreciate you, man.
Okay, I don't even want to listen no more because Charlamagne always throw me off. Why would your nut ass come in and say you not gonna judge nobody for some shit they did when they was younger? Babe, he's younger. When it was the most recent video, that shit was probably last year. The most recent video was probably last year or 2 years ago. Like, it's not, he haven't grown that much. And you see, that's the same shit that I tried to give Hood a grace from Love Island. Because I kept saying, you know, after the reunion happened, I don't even know if y'all know about this tea. I'm just talking. I'm just saying shit that I know, right? When that reunion happened for that show, she came up in that motherfucker talk about she had grew so much and everybody was like she was bullshitting. I'm like, nah, like maybe she did grow. Whole time, restraining order. Now let me move on to the next shit. Hold on, y'all. Wait. So So Blueface, I couldn't even that's what I'm saying. Yo. So Blueface got in a boxing match. Or what do you call that? He had a fight. He did an exhibition fight with Chibu. I don't know who Chibu is. That's another topic and we're not having it here, right? But he got into a fight and everybody was betting money on it and stuff, and he lost. When he lost, the internet took the reins. An edit was made, and I'm not going to do too much talking. I'm going to play the edit, and I'm going to let y'all decide how y'all feel about Blueface versus Chibu. Period. Let's run it. That one is what I'm going about. No. Oh my God. Bro. That was. Let me wipe my nose, chill. Because I don't want to just start giving boogies and shit on the camera. But no, child, they edited that real bad and they made it look like Blueface lost real bad. But I watched it and Blueface was doing good in the beginning, and then in the end, Chibu ended up getting him. You feel me? Knocked him out the ring. He was looking real like dazed. He was tired. You could tell, and Chibu ended up taking that. And I just feel like you win some, you lose some. But now they saying that. Now they saying that um Aiden is suing Blueface, child. Now we're gonna get into that on another episode because I found out about that today and I wrote the outline days ago, right? So we gotta get more tea on what's going on with this Blueface versus the Aiden. And then I heard somehow Whack 100 and got into it and he talk about he not gay. It's so much stuff going on. But Blueface lost his fight. Let's move on. Chrisean got a fight coming up. Let's talk about it. Cool for what? Cool for what? Yo, bro. They try to say Chrisean was scared. I don't think she was scared. Let me say how I feel. So I think that I don't like that freeze frame. I'm gonna put it on mute. I'm gonna let it play anyway. So I think that Chrisean is um hmm, what's the way to even describe it? Basically, I think she's trying to start over, and I think that she's taking this serious, more serious than she has taken other things in her career. I'm excited because I think her fight is what April. I don't think her fight is in March. Is her fight in March? I think her fight is in April. I'm excited to see it. They saying she's scared. Da, da, da. Oh, she's. What they say? Oh, she looks scared. She only got mouth. I think people are easily persuaded by a caption. Like if the caption would have said Chrisean looks so tough, I think people would have been in the comments like Chrisean looks so tough. But because they said she looks scared, I think people are, bandwagoning. I think Chrisean has a good chance to beat this girl. I seen that the girl has a history in fighting. That don't mean you can't be humbled, and that don't mean Chrisean can't be humbled. So we're gonna have to see. But I think the way I would like to describe it for Chrisean is like a rebranding, a new journey, and I don't think that this will put. I don't think this will be a bad thing for her, even if she lose the fight. The only thing that would be bad is if she don't do another fight. If she lose and never fight again, that would be so corny. But if she lose and come back and start to get her yeah, boxing is a whole nother entity. So I'm happy and I'm proud of her and I can't wait to see the fight and I'm rooting for her actually. Let's go. Let's go. So I'm next. I'm talking about Tasha K and Cardi B. Let me come back to my screen for a minute. Really, honestly, I don't want to talk about it because Tasha K is a YouTuber, but it's like she have damn like she damn near a celebrity now. You know what I mean? Like I can't just not talk about her because she's a YouTuber. It's like, girl, You on the news. Well, she not on the news, but I mean, she's like, shit. So what's going on is Tasha K basically, they trying to say she hiding the money. Okay? All this is alleged. They trying to say Tasha K hiding the money. And they want, they want to talk on the boat. They want to look into her money, and it's Cardi B people that want to look into her money because they want to make sure that she's paying the proper amount, okay, and not lying about it. Okay. Let me pull up a couple of things because it's so many different topics about this in particular. She done opened up a GoFundMe. Cardi B done filed some new shit. Tasha K says it's going against her freedom of speech and she just want her speech back. Let me pull up some of these things and read them verbatim because it's just a lot going on in regards to this case right now, because evidently, even though Tasha lost a long time ago and we already knew that, now it comes down to payments. It comes down to, are you hiding money? I don't know. I can't speak for nobody. I'm just reading the fucking thing. Okay? So. So they say Tasha K put her house. Oh, I forgot to tell y'all that. Tasha K put her house up for sale. People are saying that it's to help raise the money. We don't know that. In general, when I was watching her a little bit earlier, she said she ready to sell the home. They tired of renting it. They want to sell the shit. So boom, when you own it, if you don't own a home, I don't feel like you could really kiki on Tasha for selling hers because she obviously owned multiple. So it's like, okay, you selling the house, whatever, but you owe Cardi B that money, and that's what everybody is worrying about. Then you got people sitting up there, Cardi B fans. She's clearly a Cardi B fan. We're not going to pay her any mind. I do like Cardi B, but we're not doing that today. Tasha said two big production companies reached out to her to cover the $4 million that she owed Cardi B, but she insisted that she's not broke. Fans, however, believe that it's a tactic to gain sympathy as she faces yet another possible harassment lawsuit. Now, I don't know what this new harassment lawsuit will be over, but I know that Tasha K is about that bread. So if she sees something coming in the forefront, she gonna get in front of it and she gonna make more content and she gonna do what she gotta do to make that fucking money. So yes, I do think Tasha thinks that somebody's gonna sue her because you already owe Cardi B the money, but you already been making payments. When you dropped that GoFundMe, it gave me very much, oh, you see something coming. And I'm not trying to be funny and I'm not just doing it for content. It just gave me very much. I'm a strategic person as well. So, you had enough money to already pay what you had going on. You already was in a debt. You was already paying that debt and you was handling that. Not handling. You was handling that. You was handling that. Okay? But then now, a couple people must be mad at you. People must be trying to come from the side. And you think you need some more money, so you opened up that GoFundMe because you didn't need that for Cardi B. Right? Because you was handling that. So here we are, and I just feel like the Tasha versus Cardi B thing, it is old. Ben got old. But it's more so about the money. Child, if it ain't about the money, no shade. And that's really where I'm gonna leave that at, because I feel like I could go down and break down how I felt from Cardi's side, because Cardi wants her money. That's how I feel about that. And then how I feel about the Tasha side is she wants her money, and she also wants her freedom of speech to be able to pop her shit and talk it all on the web without having to worry about any specific repercussions. So I get both sides, but it does come down to the money because as soon as you pay her that money, then it'll be done and over with. But that is a large amount of money. That's not no everyday amount of money. That's not no everyday amount of money. That's not no everyday amount of money. The fuck? That's a lot of money. The fuck? No shade. So let's get into it. You hear me? So the next topic we're gonna talk about, I don't even know if anybody cared. One to talk about, man, that what you wanna talk about? We're gonna find out. For real. Cause now we're gonna talk about Jay-Z and the Roots picnic, right? Because the last time we talked about Jay-Z, thought it was an Epstein file. Mind you, that was alleged. We don't even know. Like, well, do we know? I don't know. Let me just say what I know, bitch. I don't know. Keep that shit organic, bitch. I don't know, bitch. I don't know. Okay? How about that? But the last time we talked about it, we talked about him potentially had been in the Epstein files and what the fuck would he have been doing in there if he was in there. So now, like, everybody's just buzzing and, about him doing a Roots picnic because they saying, well, who's going and who wants to see Jay-Z? Did you want to see Jay-Z? First of all, let's clock this T because this is what's more important. Do you want to see Jay-Z after the allegations? But the question is, everybody wants to know is, who wanted to see him even before? You understand what I'm saying? Like, at this stage of the game, I feel as though his reputation has taken a blow. But even before the blow, was he fire enough to fill up the fucking picnic? Like, who was really, and that's why we're going to talk about it, because you see all these names on here? That seemed like a real safe play to me, honestly. And I'm nobody to speak, because Jay-Z has way far surpassed me and outdone me. But as far as just all of these people on here, I mean, who's to say if we show up that we came for Jay-Z? We done, like, you can't tell me after the top 10 bitches on the thing. You can't tell me that you came for I could fuck around there. I could came for Brandy. First of all, do we like Jay-Z anymore? Do we love Jay-Z? Do we feel like Jay-Z did some shit he didn't have no business? And do we think he was in Epstein files? That's why I brought it up. That's what I got to say. And I want to see who show up at the picnic and which one of y'all is going to be singing and which one of y'all is going to be, singing a blueprint from the crowd, bitch. Period. Hova, Jigga Man. Yo, can y'all tell it's late? Can y'all tell I'm tired? Shh, don't say nothing. Bitch. Yo, we just having a kiki and a motherfucking cackle on this bitch. So, what's the next topic? Oh, bitch, it's time for me to lay down because it's time. So, how I skip Latto? That's crazy. I must don't like her or something. Why she get skipped? Like, why you put her on the checklist and then don't put her off the checklist? You know? She had a big day today. Today is March 21st, 2026. Yo. Let me chill, y'all. Basically, I had a long day. I'm tired. I just didn't want to lay down without handling my business, so we're here, right? We're here. And we are clear. The next topic is Latto. Latto is pregnant, okay? I don't know if y'all like Latto. if y'all Nicki fans and y'all feel like y'all gotta hate on Latto still. Cause I'm more so on the side where I don't give a fuck. You know, like I do what I want, and if that's not clear, you're on the wrong side of town, baby. But like I just do what I want. If I want to listen to Latto, I will. Cardi, Nicki, Megan. Even though I really, I have a disdain for that girl. No shit. Let's not talk about that tonight. That's not tonight's topic. But I listen to any of the girls I want to, and I don't let stan culture control me in that nature. But we'll talk about Olandra another time because I don't play about Olandra, bitch, not at all. And I do act dumb and I act very parasocial. But not about the rap girls. Like, who cares? Fuck them, you know? But we're going to talk about Latto and, you know, all the good news that she got going on today. So, without further ado, say nah. I hope I don't get in trouble for that because I was just joking, like, bitch, please. Matter of fact, if you can't take a joke, get the fuck on. Okay? So let me pull it up. So this is this is Latto, baby bomb. Okay? They saying that they saying they saying the hand is 21 Savage. So that kind of like confirms that he the baby daddy, this, that, and the third. I don't even want to scroll because I don't want to get in trouble. But I do want to also talk about the fact that she dropped a single called Business and Personal, and she also dropped an album announcement, and it comes out in May. I don't remember what day. I told y'all I had a long day. Like, damn, y'all. I'm trying to be on my shit. I'm trying. As much I could do. It's literally 2 a.m. where I'm at. Like, just hold the beef, sir. Okay? But she's dropping an album. And she will be dropping a baby too. Everybody mad. Everybody want to talk about, you know, him being married and 21 and never really, you know, really truly claimed her and this and that and the third. I mean, I really don't care. I got my own shit going on. I have bills to pay. I have a podcast I'm trying to promote. I have music I'm trying to drop. I got shit I'm trying to do for May. I put this shit on the checklist because I feel like it's messy and it's a little bit of a kiki and a cackle if you want to be messy sometimes, you know? But I don't really give a fuck. I don't care. And I especially don't care about them being married or anything like that because, child, my parents wasn't married, ain't married, still ain't married. Well, my mom is, but that's not y'all's business. And it wouldn't fucking matter because who gives a fuck? Like, at the end of the day, baby, the poom poom bring life. And that's just all I gotta say. But like, who, like, all of that other shit that we made that up for that to be important. Yes, I do feel like it's a good prerequisite. If you want to have a baby, it would be nice to get married. It would be nice to be in a committed relationship. It would be nice. But at the end of the day, oh well, people have been born under all kind of circumstances. And that don't mean you're going to be shit. And that don't mean you won't. So, I don't care. Let's talk about the song. The song was cute. I don't even know what sound effect to give her. The song was cute. That wasn't it. That wasn't it, y'all. But no, the song was cute, and I like the song. It was another. I want her to stop doing this because didn't she do the song? What was the song? Big Mama or something like that, where she started the song and it was like, "You make it hard to talk about you." And then by the end of the song, she was like, Big Mama, Big Mama. I want her to stop doing these 2-part songs as her single. Put it on the album. But I do like the concept of this is personal, business and personal. Because I get it. It's like I'm dropping an album. I'm tying it into my motherhood. I'm tying it into my relationship. And her relationship with 21, obviously, allegedly, I don't even know if those two words go together, but shut the fuck. That would be business and personal as well. So it's like, I like the concept or the conceptualism that's going on around there at that camp. And I think I can get with that. Yo, I'm tired because I'm being goofy as shit. But no, I'm happy for Latto, and I really have a lot of positive shit to say. I think people being worried about her relationships, details. Who cares? Like, that shit doesn't matter. Just, child, bless the child. Point blank, period. Fuck the fuck. What more could you ask? I mean, you can't really ask nothing more from a bitch. Because for me, I don't even really like kids like that. I feel like, I don't know if people gonna be mad at me for saying this neither, but I feel like as a child, but you lucky for me to even fuck with you like that. You got to be related to me or something. I don't fuck with kids. They annoying a little bit, and then you always want some shit, and then y'all don't have no money. The whole thing, all the way negative, -1. Hate the experience, and I don't want to be around none of y'all's kids till I have my own. Then y'all can then y'all kids come around and then hang around my kids. But I really just don't do the kids thing. Like, my last experience with the kids, they wore me out. They told me they had the money. We go to Sephora, the money was gone. Then they wanted something to eat. Then by the time that I had dropped them kids off, I spent $100 when they were supposed to have had the fucking money. I was mad at the parents. Why the fuck did you send them kids thinking they was going to the mall and doing that such shit and they had no money? Stop! Because I'm not coming to get them no more. And it's okay. I love them dearly. But the next time that I come, I'm going to make sure they got that money before they even get in my car before we leave. I won't continue to keep playing these games. It's like a broke best friend, and I don't even have any of them. You understand? So when it comes to the kids thing, don't even ask me how I feel about some shit. Matter of fact, this is the only time I let y'all do me when you be like, oh, you ain't got no kids, so you can't speak on it. Do me like that, because I don't give a fuck. Kids ain't my specialty, baby. Bless the kids. Take care of them. Protect your own. Watch them. Period. Other than that, don't ask me shit. I don't know. Congratulations on that. I mean, congratulations on, and this gonna be her first child, so she don't know shit neither. You know, she finna learn. We all like, it's a learning experience. That's what I'm saying. Like, stop sitting up here trying to. That's what I'm saying. People always want to make it the you can't join the club or you can't get in type of set. Stop fucking doing that. I hate that. I mean, I do be doing that a little bit with the blackness, like, oh, the truth, like, you know, you don't know about that, like, you don't know how electric slide type shit. But for the most part, like, no, like, y'all be doing too much. Like, you don't got no kids. You can't speak on it. Like, what, bitch? Like, you're wrong. Like, what you mean? Like, what? I was a kid. Like, which I got a mom. Like, I don't got no kids, but I got a mom. You know, like, it just, I'm tired of them othering people and making it seem like people can't have an opinion on some shit and can't speak on some shit at the end of the day. I just don't have an opinion this time. You know what I'm saying? My opinion is, congratulations. Let's see if this music pop or flop. Baby, that's all. I be like, because as far as her baby, that's not my business. Her career, I will chat about that. Anyways, and the 21 Savage nigga, if that's your baby and you want to step up one of these days and claim, if you want to claim the mom and the baby, congratulations to you too. Other than that, I guess I could say congratulations to whoever man hand that is. And the fuck I say good. Why the fuck was you not in the video? Like, pregnant and the nigga still not doing enough? Let me move on before the shit turned into some shady shit that it wasn't even intended to be. It ain't giving that, honestly. I'm happy for the girl. I just want this nigga to just not embarrass her. Because, I mean, who could be happy about it? I mean, like, shit. That'll just be a fucking 3-pointer for all of your fucking ops, you know? And I would hope that you wouldn't just give them that. Open basket, crazy work. So now we're going to talk about Zeus Network supposedly having a fucking music fucking record label. Child. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to think. The episode is getting to a point where it's getting long. Let me see. How many fucking things do I got? Let me talk about because we might got to talk about this on our next episode. The truth of the matter is, I'm confused. I understand Natalie has her music. Lemmy was trying to record. All the baddies got music, but don't that kind of just seem like I don't know? Like if I was a real artist, I wouldn't want to sign to Zeus Network. Well, I am a real artist, and I wouldn't sign to Zeus Network. Should drop another bomb for that because I just feel like Zeus Network is not a real record label. Like, how are you going to promote my career, babe? Like, how am I like what are we doing? What are we really doing?
Yeah.
Because I hate to, and then I think I'm doing a lot on them because I haven't seen their potential yet, but it appears like that would be a horrible deal. Now let me talk about how they signed Biggie from Baddies, and now we have to watch out for Zeus.
Correct.
Since Baddie's West.
Since Baddie's West.
You auditioned, you did it the right way. You auditioned, you did your big one, you made the cast, and you've been doing an amazing job. And now you've had many offers.
Mm. That's all we need to watch to see what was going on. Because I'm ready to lay down. If y'all can't tell, as I was drinking my drink and I'm getting more tired, the shit just getting sloppy. And I try to bring y'all the best quality. So, boom. Let's move on to the next topic. We're going to get to the end of this shit. We're going to rock out and we're going to get to it. But we're going to push through. Man. Open it up so I see what I'm saying. Usher and Justin Bieber got into a altercation at Beyonce and them after party, right? Why would y'all be cutting up at Beyonce establishment? Like, not that she's like, above y'all or anything, but it's just more so like, ain't that disrespectful? Like, wouldn't y'all want to rap that? Wouldn't y'all want to take that shit outside? Like, I'm just confused. And a lot of people trying to figure out if it got anything to do with Diddy. I mean, y'all both was in close proximity to Diddy. Y'all both got y'all own Diddy tales. And I think that, with Justin Bieber having this lawsuit where he ended up having to pay millions, and I just don't know what the animosity could be coming from a lot of different angles. I don't know why they were arguing, but they said didn't nobody put no hands on one another. So what the fuck was y'all talking about? Like, but you wasn't really that mad. I'm joking. I'm just kidding. Besides, we don't want to see these guys fighting or arguing. It's like R&B is in a space of needing the greats and, like, get in the studio. Fight it out in there. Do a Boy Is Mine, like, girl version. You know what I mean? Like, give us a classic. Take that shit and transmute it into something that we can do something with. Because we can't do nothing with y'all arguing at Beyonce's after party. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, I feel like sometimes people just gotta keep it a buck and humble these celebrities. Because shut the fuck up. And it's just like, they is regular people, but I don't think it'd be enough people around them that be willing to tell them, like, yo, shut the fuck up. Like, what are you talking about? Like, like, imagine Usher and Justin Bieber arguing in front of you. Like, wouldn't you just be sitting there like, what? And I feel like part of it is because we in a different tax bracket, so we don't even know why they so mad. They probably mad about some big money shit that we don't get. But I think also it comes to a level of, if we the general public and y'all supposed to be feeding us and giving us what we desire, we don't desire for y'all to be fighting and tussling. We desire for y'all to be making music and making the type of music that made us fall in love with y'all. So I think if y'all was smart, y'all would stop fighting and y'all would get in the studio and give us a Usher and Justin Bieber collaboration so that we can stream the shit and buy it. Y'all can make some money because we can't make no money off of y'all acting a fool at Beyonce's after party. And I'm going to leave it the fuck there because I never even cared because y'all don't give a fuck. They don't care. Stop. Get out my face. It's 2:30 in the morning, which I don't. Nobody gave a fuck. Who really get like? Stop it. We gonna mm-mm. We gonna get into this latest topic, and I'm gonna lay the fuck down because I'm not gonna let none of this shit stress me. I get very invested into these topics. That first half an hour of this fucking podcast was so raw and so raunchy. That shit I feel like I'm a manifest 4 or 5 years from now when I'm still eating and I'm still doing my shit. I'm gonna be referring bitches back to this point right here. Not right here, but you know what I mean. This episode at the beginning when I was talking about the MB and the non-gender conforming and all of that shit, because that's some shit that really need to be spoken on. I just sprinkle the rest of the shit on there because everybody not gay and everybody don't understand. But we gonna get into this latest topic because I'm tired, okay? And I got some more shit coming from y'all later. Don't be too greedy, run this bitch. I'm done. Okay. So I feel so bad for this guy, right? He's such a fucking funny guy. He just gives me like, he don't give me the vibes that this other guy gives, okay? But you know who he look like. So, let me see. I'm gonna just play this video because like I told y'all, like, I want to give y'all my best. Tonight I done gave y'all what I can. I don't want to. It's like trying to milk some more out the titty. Like the titty is milked. Like, like the fuck. Anyway, this guy is a Jeffrey Epstein lookalike. I am not going to show you the video of him in the car, but the video of him in the car is the one that originally went viral, and they thought they captured Epstein, baby. They thought they found him. And they thought that, oh, he was still alive and he thought he was slick somewhere down in Florida riding around on the motherfucking interstate. That is not what happened. Okay? So, this guy, his name is Palm Beach Pete. I can't even show the top because I cut my screen off at a certain level. Okay? This is his X page or Twitter, as we call it. He is letting us know, you know, who he is. He's not Epstein. He's showing us his face from different angles and, you know, showing us his voice, which doesn't sound like Epstein. So it's not Epstein, period. But it's just funny that he went viral and now he's becoming a viral sensation off of, like, you know, looking like Epstein. Like, is that weird? Like, that's weird. That's fucking weird. But I want to play the clip for you guys because I don't want you guys to think that, well, I mean, I am tired because I don't know whether to say shit or not say shit. What is going on? Okay, so look. I'm going to just say this. I don't know if Epstein is alive or not. I don't know if I think that he's alive or not. But I don't think this man is Jeffrey Epstein. And now I'm going to play the clip. And I'm going to do an affirmation. And we are going to shut it the fuck down. Okay? All right, let's go.
Good morning, everybody. This is Palm Beach Pete from Palm Beach, Florida. I want to thank everybody for the positive comments I got from saying I'm not Jeffrey Epstein. I'm just Palm Beach Pete. Going to play some tennis today. Going into town. Have lunch. I'm so not Jeffrey Epstein. I'm just me being me. And it's a crazy phenomenon that has went really viral. And I really appreciate all the support. And just want to reiterate, I'm Peter from Palm Beach. Have nothing to do with Jeffrey Epstein. He's a very bad person, what he did, obviously, and he is dead. And I'm alive. Good morning.
Yo, like, he don't... Okay, they in the comments saying they think that's him. Yo. They in the comments matching the teeth up. I'm tired. I don't have time to go down this rabbit hole. Y'all, we're gonna do another episode. Listen, this is crazy. They talking about same set of bottom teeth. Like, yo, mind you, yo, I don't have time. I don't have time for this shit right now. I'm tired. I'm tired, bro. We gonna start doing long streams, like just randomly, like if I just feel like it. But this not one of them. This not that. First of all, he look like Jeffrey Epstein. I'm going to bed. Okay, hold on. So let me tell you how raw it's getting. It's getting so raw. I normally come up with my get him off the screen, child. Good night. What's his name? Pete Palm Spring Pete. Palm Beach Pete. Good night. Okay? Cause you looking a little bit too much like eat 'em up Epstein. And I ain't fucking with it. Now, and then I feel bad for him for even having to look like Epstein. Like, that's horrible. Like, imagine that. Like, having to look like this ain't, like, that's not bad. But, okay. The tea I was telling y'all is I normally make my affirmations up off the dome. But I Googled them today because I'm just tired and I don't want to say nothing stupid that don't empower anybody or don't really truly inspire. So I'm going to say something that I looked up. Let me see. No, that's dumb. I'm not saying that. Excuse me. Excuse me. What the fuck are they talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, I like this one. Because it ties into what I talked about around the EJ shit. And I really, really hope that people who watch this really, get it. I hope you get it the first time. But anyway. This week's affirmation is, I release feelings of shame around my identity. I feel like people should do that, especially when, it's nothing negative. Maybe, it's a physical attribute. Maybe it's a personality trait that you can work on. Like, I just feel like nobody should have to be shameful for things that they can work on and do better and be better on. And if you can't work on it and do better and be better on it, then, release the shame and learn how to cope. Because it's just a part of who you are. And I think that, that's what's hard for a lot of people. And they start to project on others and it becomes a negative cycle. But if everybody could learn to love themselves just a little bit more, then the world will be a better place. And I am 100% certain of that. So try it. I'm going to take my tired ass to bed. I think this was a really, really good episode, even though I was sleepy. I'm going to watch this back. Until next time, make sure you guys like, share, subscribe, and please comment. Let me know how y'all feel about these topics that I was talking about on this episode, because I got into the nitty of the gritty. But until next time, keep it juicy.
I love Juicy Dreams podcast. Period.